Hi, I'm Johnny Engineer Turmel, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on with the Section 230 social media immunity if they censor people. Now, Section 230 says you get immunity from prosecution by anybody if you don't have anything bad on your site. Well, if you don't have anything bad on your site, what do you need immunity for? You only need immunity if you have something bad on your site. So why would they have granted them immunity if they censor foul speech, when immunity should grant them immunity from having to censor foul speech? Now, my point is that this is not a job for the social media companies to be calling out foul speech. Some Nazi wants to get out there and say something that makes everybody mad and maybe illegal, urging somebody to kill one. Or some racist wants to say something out there that is illegal. Let the cops charge him. Why is it up to the social media companies to deal with him? If they want their immunity, just let him spout and let the cops go after him. So why would they have come up with a law that grants them immunity for when they don't need it? Because it forces them to now start censoring. And that allows them to make mistakes and censor people wrongly and not be sued for it. Got it? So they don't need immunity from foul speech on their networks if the cops are going to take care of it. And that's what they should say. We're not going to deal with any, like Parler. They took down Parler because they couldn't deal with the foul speech on their site, they said. So that's an excuse to kill down below free speech by giving them immunity if they keep their site clean. And again, you don't need immunity if your site is clean. So the only purpose to Section 230 immunity is not to stop them from being prosecuted for having something bad on their site that the cops end up dealing with. It's to allow them to knock people they don't like off. Right? Why do they need immunity if there's no foul speech on their platform? And they can't have immunity unless they keep foul speech off their platform. Therefore, they are told, we must keep foul speech off our platforms. And oops, we made a mistake. Oops, we've banned the wrong guys. Oops, of course, we're not telling anybody why we're banning them. Let me give you an example. I've had one of my videos taken down from 10 years ago. 911 engineering anomalies. I'm pointing out that jumbo jets can't do 500 miles an hour at thick sea level air, that gasoline doesn't melt steel, and an aluminum tube won't penetrate through a steel iron building, a concrete building, and come out the other side. These are engineering anomalies, and they labeled it hate speech. Now, I can understand how you might come to hate the engineers who lied and said that jumbos can do 500 miles an hour and that gasoline will melt the burner on your stove and your barbecue. Can't use them no more. And that an aluminum tube will pierce a steel building. You could be angry at those engineers, but they're not a protected group. Not the sex, not the age, not the race, not the religion. Those are protected groups. But crooked engineers are not. But they just said, you violated our guidelines against hate, and it's down. Now, I sent them an appeal, and I got an answer. They said, we checked it, and we've agreed. It's hate speech. So I sent them a notice of defamation. I said, I'm a well-known Canadian politician with a pristine political reputation, even though I was convicted of running the biggest gaming house in history, 28-table underground game. Cops called it Project Robin Hood, so I'm not particularly evil. And being convicted of possession for the purpose of trafficking 7 pounds of marijuana, a life sentence worth, to the Prime Minister of Canada on Parliament Hill, another political move. So, despite those, I'm still a pristine reputation. Never caught lying, never caught stealing. So, I sent them a notice of defamation. And if they don't put my video back up and take down the hate speech label, I'm going to sue them for having harmed my good reputation. Now, they haven't done anything, and I can trigger it anytime I want. But right now I'm busy with the COVID case in federal court, which the Crown has to answer in 4 days. explaining why we should suffer lockdowns when these idiots got caught in an apple-orange hoax. They fell for an apple-orange comparison. That's how stupid they are. So go see my videos on COVID, and the apple-orange hoax. So that is it. That is the Section 230 immunity issue. Isn't that amazing? Okay? No one noticed they don't need immunity if they don't have foul speech. So what are they doing? Censoring. Because they're told to keep the foul speech off. Why? If they got immunity. Cops should do that. But anyway, that's the answer. Let the cops chase the bad guys with the foul speech, and let the platforms allow all content without any interference. And then they can have their immunity, right?